How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the all-new 2023 Lamborghini Urus S from a first-person point of view. After the extreme success of the Urus, more than 20,000 sold, Lamborghini decided to refresh the car, and they've brought us the Urus S as well as the Urus Performante. The Performante is the full-fledged track-focused version, and this is a continuation of the Urus, but with a bit more power. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. We'll take a preview of the interior while we do that. Very interesting color combination on this specific Urus, actually. It's growing on me. The brown interior is very, very unique. So come down here, pull on this, go ahead and pop this fully carbon fiber hood. If you look, you can see that visual exposed carbon fiber, which is really awesome. We've also got the vents for extra cooling. Powered by a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8, making 657 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. That's up 16 horsepower from the standard Urus. Now, because it's got an 8-speed automatic and all-wheel drive, it can launch from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds flat. We've got the biggest front brakes to be fitted on any vehicle, 10-piston carbon ceramics on the front to slow this beast down in a hurry. We've got some Urus S badge work right there. The only real visual difference in the front from this versus the standard Urus is the horizontal slats right here versus the kind of hexagonal pattern. That's the easiest way to tell. Same with the vents in the hood. And then around back, we've got a retuned exhaust that sounds absolutely phenomenal, and the teeniest little change to the rear bumper on that upper section right there. Checking out the interior of the Urus now, starting with the rear. Plenty of head and leg room. I love that the roof is finished in beautiful leather. There's so much customization you can do with the interior of this car. We've also got beautiful hexagonal quilting in the seats, as well as some charge ports and dual zone climate control that's touchscreen on that display for the rear. Really pretty Bang & Olufsen sound system with that traditional Lamborghini Y signature inside the speaker grille itself. That's pretty awesome. Now, if we come around to the front seat environment, those front seats are absolutely gorgeous, comfortable, they look really cool, as does this steering wheel. All right, let's hop inside. In the driver's seat of the Urus S now, let's go ahead and fire it up so we can see these beautiful displays. I love that we've got this flip-up stop-start button. I have like a fighter jet or a nuclear launch button. Fire up that twin turbocharged V8. That thing sounds so fantastic. Now we've got 3 different displays. We've got the main multimedia display, and then down here we've got climate control adjustments, and then over here, obviously, our instrument cluster. We've also got 7 different drive modes to choose from. Check this out. So we're in Strada mode, which is street. Now we go to sport, sportier engine response, throttle response, suspension, etc. Corsa, that's the full-on track mode. Looks really cool. As you can see, the tachometer has changed. And then we've got a variety of different off-road modes. Something that's cool that I figured out is if you go to Lamborghini Anima, if you're ever curious what the different modes actually do, and you're not sure, especially because they're literally written in Italian, they've got these cool graphics here. So Strada mode, it shows the Lamborghini Urus driving around on a street. Corsa mode, it's got a cool little track graphic right there so you can remember. But more specifically, if you're not used to driving a Lamborghini SUV, you've got different modes for sand and snow, so on and so forth, but they've got pretty cool graphics. And then Ego mode, if you click that, it's fully customizable. You can go in right here and change a variety of different things from traction, handling, ride, etc., etc. All right, let's take this thing out for a spin. I'm excited. I gotta say, the backup camera system on this car is really good. And then check this out. If we go to the 3-dimensional view, you get a full aerial view animation of the Urus driving down the road. That is pretty dang cool, actually. All right, we are in Corsa mode right now, which is the correct mode. Let's go ahead and see what this thing is like to drive. Man, it is fast. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Almost doesn't do the car justice because it accelerates so quickly after that 40, 50, 60 mile an hour mark. And it sounds absolutely glorious. I mean, the backfires and the upshift noises. That is phenomenal. We've got a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission with paddles mounted behind the steering wheel. And while most automatic gearboxes have kind of a sluggish response on the downshifts and don't make that cool of a exhaust note on downshifts, this does a phenomenal job of acting kind of like a dual clutch. I don't know how they've done that, but it's pretty impressive. Now, because we have active rear axle steering, really good turning radius. Oh, this thing is phenomenal. It honestly sounds so good. It's funny, I don't remember being in love with the Urus as much as I am driving this Urus S. I think there's something special with that exhaust and the retuned suspension and gearbox and engine. It sounds absolutely insane. So let's click the traction control off button, do a launch control, shall we? Oh my gosh, this thing is actually a rocket ship. Wow. Good work, Lamborghini. This is actually ridiculous. I really like the Urus S, guys. I mean, it drives significantly more like a performance sports sedan than it does an SUV. They've done such a good job of counteracting that high center of gravity somehow, and it handles more like a M5 CS than it does some sort of tall, heavy SUV. Obviously, it's a Lamborghini. It was going to handle and sound cool, but it's pretty impressive what they've done with the weight and the size of this thing. Of course, there's a Prius in the way, classic. Listen to the sound of my V8. There's gonna be a hybrid Urus coming out in 2024, so I guess it's a little bit fitting that we just passed that Prius there. I hope they keep the twin turbocharged V8 when they add the hybrid and just make it even faster. That'd be nice. I hope they don't downsize eventually to a 6-cylinder, because I think that would just be lame. In today's day and age, having a car that sounds this cool is a pretty rare thing. And they've done such a good combination of having a beautiful interior. I mean, I genuinely like the way this interior looks. I don't know if I'd spec it out in brown, but the interior looks fantastic. The electronics work really well. The speaker system is nice. It looks visually exciting from the outside. It sounds really cool. It's stupid fast. They did a phenomenal job with this car. They really didn't mess anything up. Maybe a couple more differences from the Urus to the Urus S, but you know, we've got the Urus Performante, and I'm sure they're going to make many more iterations of the Urus. So there's going to be different body styles and you know, more aggressive versions. I almost, you know, I don't want to put it into Strata mode. Obviously, I should drive it in Strata mode to experience what it's like, but it's just kind of boring. That being said, it is so quiet in here. That is actually really impressive. To have 657 horsepower and somehow be this quiet and this easy to drive. I mean, my mom could easily drive one of these things, and the visibility is fantastic. So it's not nerve-wracking at all, driving a $300,000 fast Lamborghini SUV. They did a really good job with this. It's practical in the sense, I guess, that it's all-wheel drive, and I don't even know why I said the words it's practical, but I guess it's more practical than a Lamborghini, any Lamborghini sports car. I want to give a special shout out to Monza Exotics for making this video possible. They're a luxury and exotic rental car company down in Southern California that I borrowed this car from. They've got an awesome inventory, anything from this car, the Urus S, to a Huracan Technica, Rolls-Royce Ghost, a bunch of cool stuff. Good deals, good people, just easy to work with.